What is up, ladies and gents? In today's video, we're going to be talking all about Zebec. We're going to be discussing what's been happening with the price, some recent developments in Zebec, and where we think the price is going to be going to over the next few days and weeks. So be sure to stay tuned for all of that. Of course, if you are a new viewer, then welcome to the channel. If you do like this sort of content, hit that like button and subscribe for more. If you are a returning viewer, as always, welcome back to the channel. It's great to have you all here. And so diving straight into this video, we're on the Zebec chart on the 1 hour at the moment, so the very short term here. And the context that we are in at the moment here on Zebec is the fact that the markets have just been dumping over the past few days. If you have a look in the top right here, almost every single crypto is in the red. And if you hadn't seen it, Bitcoin actually dropped below 80,000 for the first time in 4 months. That's nuts given the fact that Bitcoin was trading above 100,000 just a week ago. We saw Solana at $125, down from nearly $300 just a month ago. So we're seeing some of the top cryptos out there getting knocked off the charts completely. For Zebec though, have a look at the beauty on this chart. Of course, we have this gray line here, a very important resistance here on Zebec. And despite all this bearishness in the markets, Zebec is holding up extremely strong. Of course, over the past few hours, I've just been looking at all the cryptos and I've been searching for the ones with some of the strongest structures. And Zebec has definitely ranked up there. It's holding its support extremely well despite the bearishness. If we zoom out, you guys can see exactly why we want to hold this level. If you look at the price of Zebec, it's come up to test this as a resistance basically throughout 2024 there. You can see that it's tested it perfectly on 3 separate occasions. Just very recently as well, we pumped above this resistance, came down to test it on as a support on a few more occasions, and just today we've seen the price yet again come down to this level, test it as a support, and we've bounced back off of it. Now, nothing is definite here, but it does look like that we could bounce from this level and start to make newer highs here on Zebec. And of course, I do think the price of Zebec is going to be going higher because of the fact that if you have a look throughout 2024, we've seen this beautiful accumulation period. What you're going to see on the screen is the wick-off accumulation schematic. If you've seen my previous videos here on Zebec, you'll probably have seen this before, but I'll show it anyway, just to show you the resemblance between what we're seeing here on Zebec and what this accumulation period looks like on the wick-off. And they look almost exactly the same. And now that we've broken above the 8-month-long resistance here to test it as a support, in my opinion, we're going to be seeing Zebec go much higher. And so basically my price target from this price accumulation that we've seen here on Zebec is a minimum there of 0.54 cents. That's where I think the price of Zebec is going to be going as a result of this accumulation period that we have seen. Of course, from this point here, that represents roughly a 3.5x. So it should be a very attainable target. Of course, we've seen a beautiful accumulation that's lasted on a longer time frame as well. So the fact that we've broken out of it should suggest that we're going to be going quite a bit higher. Of course, it's just quite unfortunate that this has occurred while the whole market is bearish. In my opinion, if the market was bullish at this point, Zebec would have gone a lot higher. But nonetheless, we're still holding this bullish structure here on Zebec, and 0.54 cents is the first target. And of course, if Zebec can continue being bullish after the 0.54 cents region, then we could see the next price targets lying along these fib levels. The second target after 5.4 cents is exactly 1 cent here on the chart. That would also be quite a big psychological level. Just like 100k Bitcoin, there'd be quite a bit of selling pressure if we get to this level. If we can get past it, then we've got a fib at the 3.618 there, telling us that Zebec could reach 2.9 cents. So currently that is almost 20x from where the price is. Entirely possible given the fact that we've got this accumulation once again. Of course, on top of Zebec price data as well, just looking at the general markets, I do think that is now a decent time to be buying into your favorite alts. And if your favorite alt is Zebec, then now is the time to be buying into Zebec, because if we have a look at the total crypto market cap, this is one that I follow quite closely. Because if you have a look here, we've had this 3-year long chart pattern, the cup and handle pattern here that's formed between the 2021 high on the total market cap of crypto and the 2024 high there. You can see this resistance going across, connecting them two. We've got this 3-year long cup formation. We had a 6-month long handle formation, which was this consolidation as a downtrend. We saw a clear breakout to the upside. And now what we've seen recently is the prices fall back down to the resistance of the cup, and it's tested it as a support, and it's now bounced from this level. Basically a successful retest in my opinion. Of course, if the prices continue to head up on here, this could be the dip of a lifetime, because the price target, or the market cap target, should I say, of this cup and handle pattern sits at $10 trillion. So that's nearly a 4x from where the market cap currently is. So if the crypto market cap is going to $10 trillion, that should reflect very, very positively here in Zebec. Of course, there's always a case where we could break down from this. In that case, this cup and handle is invalidated, and that currently sits at 2.5 trillion in market cap. So if we fall below that level, just watch out for that, because that could invalidate this pattern and create more selling pressure here in crypto. Of course, same goes for the Bitcoin dominance as well. Another promising chart in my opinion. Of course, Bitcoin dominance tells us whether we are in alt season or not. If this is bullish, then Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins like Zebec. If we start to see this bearish or low, then we could say that altcoins are outperforming Bitcoin. And right now, you can see that if you follow this bullish support up, we've seen a break in that structure. Where I've circled it is where the price has come down below the bullish support, and now it's tried to retest it as a resistance and got rejected on each occasion. Now, I expect a point where we start to see this Bitcoin dominance start to fall like this, from 60%, hopefully down to at least 40% here. And of course, when that happens, like we saw in 2021, we get a true altcoin season, and that's when altcoins outperform Bitcoin, and that's when altcoins like Zebec could really shine. Now, of course, putting all that information together and having a look at the fear and greed index as well, this tells us that right now is a really good time to be buying, because the fear and greed index is at a record low there, 21. The lowest it's been since the fear and greed index has been made in June 2023. Of course, the fear right now is worse than it was back in September 2023 when Bitcoin was trading at $25,000. It's worse than it was back in September 2024 when we saw Bitcoin dip to $49,000. And now Bitcoin is still sitting at $79,000. Of course, if we have a look at Zebec on the 7th of September 2024, when the fear there was just 26, a low for that period there, you can see that if we go onto Zebec and you bought right when the sentiment was at the worst, you would have actually bought a very nice dip. 7th of September was just around here. So of course, if you bought when the sentiment in September 2024 was at a low, you would have bought in this dip down here, and of course immediately you would have been in profits here in Zebec. Of course, that is often the scenario when the sentiment is this bad. Is never a bad time to buy. Be fearful when others are greedy, and be greedy when others are fearful. So that's kind of the message here on Zebec. We are at a major support here on Zebec, so that's one big reason to buy. We have had a big major support. We are at a big major support on the crypto total market cap, so that's another reason. And of course, we are at a record low in sentiment, so that is reason number 3. Of course, guys, hope this video was helpful. Just a quick update here on Zebec. I'm still extremely bullish on this chart. Hopefully you guys are too. Let me know down in the comments if you're still holding your Zebec, and let me know what your price targets for Zebec are in 2025. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video.